My opinion. All right. One down, 667 to go. They really might have given me that many. Wait. Why is the light on? Is it recording now? I thought... God... I want to apologize for the error at the beginning of this recording. There were technical difficulties with the archival equipment, and as the digital files cannot be rewound or deleted, it will remain at the beginning of this recording. So, I'll read it again. This is Agent 748070, reviewing SCP-2834. Item number SCP-2834, Object Class Safe. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-2834 is to be stored in a high-security containment vault at Site. Testing of SCP-2834 is currently not authorized. The exact location of SCP-2834 is to be known only to O5 Council members and staff deemed essential in their discretion for continued containment of the object. Due to the theoretical capacity for SCP-2834 to cause a ZK-class reality failure, any unauthorized personnel attempting to access SCP-2834 or its file are to be terminated on site. Description: SCP-2834 is an ink jar containing approximately 35 milliliters of India ink. Testing of the ink does not match it with any known brand of India ink manufactured within the past 50 years. The jar has no markings to indicate a point of sale or manufacture. SCP-2834 manifests its... Excuse me?
Oh, hi. I'm sorry. I think I'm lost.
What are you looking for?
I just started a few weeks ago, and I thought this was all storage down on this level.
This is my office.
Oh.
So, can I help you with something?
Oh, no. I'm really sorry. I should probably try to figure it out on my own. Sorry again for the interruption.
It's fine.
Thank you.
Sure, and good luck. I'm sorry about that. I should have hit stop on the recording because no rewinding or deleting. Okay, where was I? SCP-2834 manifests its anomalous properties when the ink is used to write text. Notably, any text written with SCP-2834 describes events which become true at some point in the future. This has been demonstrated to happen with text written in English and Spanish. The amount of time between writing and the occurrence of the events is variable. These properties do not extend to drawings or illustrations. The events which unfold as a result of using SCP-2834 typically result in consequences not intended by the writer. After text has been written with the ink and the lid secured to the jar, what has been described as a puff of black smoke will be emitted from the jar and dissipate after approximately 5 to 7 seconds. At the same time, sounds of screaming and wailing will be heard in the general vicinity where the jar was sealed. These sounds will reduce in intensity at the same rate that smoke dissipation occurs and will completely cease once the smoke has fully dissipated. These events do not occur in cases where the ink from SCP-2834 is not used in writing. Attempts to obtain a sample of the smoke for analysis have thus far failed. An audio recording of the sound which occurs does exist, however, and can be obtained by contacting lead researcher, currently Dr. Addendum A. SCP-2834 Recovery Log. SCP-2834 was recovered from the home of in Canada on March 23, 20. The subject had turned himself in to the authorities in considerable distress to claim responsibility for several disasters which had occurred recently, including
redacted
earlier that month. An embedded agent in the local police force secured the subject's home and found writings describing the same events for which the subject was claiming responsibility. All writing materials and surfaces were recovered for testing at site. The subject was subsequently interviewed. SCP-2834 Interview Log. Date, March 24th, 20. Interviewer, Agent. Interviewee. Okay, so I'm not going to do voices or anything when I read interview transcripts, if that's okay. I'll just read who's talking and use my normal voice, because otherwise I will sound stupid. Okay. Begin log. Agent. I assume you know why you are here. What makes you believe that you caused...
Redacted.
Because I did. I was just writing a story. I write stories when I get bored. I didn't think anything I'd write would come true. The subject begins to sob at this point. Agent. Do you have any idea why these events happened? It's that expletive deleted ink. I got it at...
Redacted.
A few years ago now. It seemed quite normal at the time. After I wrote my first story with it, though, it let out this puff of smoke, and I heard all this screaming. It sounded like it was from the gates of hell. I thought it was a neat little gag at the time. Agent. So you would write stories, and then they happened? Yeah, every one of them. This never happened before I bought that ink. I even burned some of my work, and yet it all happened anyway. At this point, the subject begins to sob uncontrollably, and no more useful information could be obtained. Interview terminated when subject made a request for legal counsel. End log. Addendum B. Agent was dispatched to the location where SCP-2834 was believed to have been purchased. Upon arrival, all that was found was an empty lot. Municipal records do not have this lot zoned for commercial use and show no records of any commercial use for the previous 15 years. Once the properties of SCP-2834 were fully determined, all individuals involved with the police investigation were given Class A amnestics. SCP-2834 Testing Log. All testing is to be conducted by Dr. with Agent directly supervising the testing. Subjects are issued a dip pen and either lined or unlined paper as specified. The test log format is subject, instructions, and results. Subject D2837. Instructions. Subject instructed to write "The sky is blue" on unlined paper, then place the lid back on SCP-2834. Results. Subject does as instructed. Subject shows immediate uneasiness after replacing the lid, attempting to dissipate the smoke by hand and looking around for the source of the noises. No other immediate effects noticed. Subsequent observation of site has shown a change in weather patterns tending towards severe drought. Testing with more carefully worded text is clearly warranted, said Dr. Subject D3048. Instructions. Subject instructed to write "Mi cabello es rojo" on lined paper, then replace the lid. Subject has not previously shown understanding of languages other than English. Yeah, I don't speak Spanish either. I took a little bit back in high school, and I don't remember any of it, but if whoever is listening doesn't know Spanish either, don't worry. It gets cleared up soon. Benefit of having already read this once. Results. Subject instead wrote "I will escape" before Agent could intervene by removing the pen from his hand. D3048 then proceeded to shove Agent away from the table and fled the room. Agent discharged his sidearm, hitting D3048 twice in the head. However, subject showed no signs of injury. Subsequent attempts at stopping D3048 failed, and he was able to escape site. Immediately upon stepping off of site grounds, D3048 collapsed dead with 2 gunshot wounds to the back of the head. Further testing will involve Agent holding onto the writing implement while it is being used, according to Dr. Subject D3094. Instructions. Subject instructed to draw a depiction of herself standing in the site cafeteria, then replace the lid. Results. Subject drew accurate representation of herself standing in the cafeteria. Notably, no smoke or noise occurred when the lid was replaced. Subject was then taken to a separate room and terminated by Agent. The body was incinerated. Clearly, it doesn't work with artistic depictions, said Dr. Subject D3112. Instructions. Subject instructed to write Mi cabello es rojo on unlined paper, then replace the lid. It should be noted that D3112 has black hair. Results. D3112 immediately backed away from the table after replacing the lid, but stopped when Agent drew his sidearm. D3112 was escorted back to his containment cell without further issue. No other noticeable effect occurred immediately. A subsequent check of D3112 1 week after the test revealed that his hair was not turning red. Several hours prior to his scheduled termination, a fire broke out in the containment cell housing D3112. D3112 was killed in the fire. Surveillance footage of the cell shows the hair on D3112 suddenly igniting with a red flame before he expires moments later. Due to the unpredictable nature of testing, I am requesting an immediate suspension of all further tests. Dr. Approved. 05. Addendum C. The following note, believed to have been included with the sale of SCP-2834, was recovered along with the other writing materials. No details on when, where, or who printed the note have been recovered. Congratulations on your purchase. You have bought a limited edition India ink with a novelty storage jar. This premium ink will glide across the page smoothly and effortlessly. It will shine and shimmer under the dimmest light and resist fading and smudging. When you are done writing, simply place the lid back. However, a surprise is in store for you. Just go ahead and try it. Isn't that the most cursed thing you've ever seen? You are very lucky for adding this item to your collection. Subsequent examination of previously used ink from earlier tests showed no additional anomalous properties and was consistent with other brand name India ink. Okay, now I give my evaluation of the file, my recommendations about any changes in our procedure, or I'm not really sure. The instructions you left for me were pretty unclear on what to do for this. Yeah, well, pretty much for everything. So, thinking about the file, with all due respect to Dr. I think that it seems that we maybe gave up too quickly. It seems to be a very powerful and useful artifact, and they already started to sort of crack the code on the word games the results could play. Like the stories of those mean genies that would grant wishes, but the outcome would always be some unfortunate twist for the wisher, like a wish for a dead friend to come back to life from the dead, but when he does, he's a zombie. If we know that the ink behaves like that, we could work to be incredibly careful in what we wrote. I think that maybe more testing could be warranted. So that's my recommendation, my evaluation of SCP-2834. I hope that's what you're looking for. I mean, I don't know. It's just my opinion. Okay. Bye.